Hi, it's been a little while since I've done a live stream. I may do that soon, but I've just been very busy tidying up. I always see New Year's, sort of the first few weeks of January, as opportunities to do paperwork and so on, and it seems to be never ending in my case. So that's why I haven't done a live stream recently. I've just been quite busy. Um, but I was thinking it could this subject could maybe go in that as well, but I'll do it for here. So I have got a new smartphone, and I'll go show you some things here. I don't think I can compromise my security just by showing the exterior. Let me just say for off the top, I'm a little bit of a Luddite. I'll just put another light on here. I'm a little bit of a Luddite when it comes to that sort of technology. I've always been a little bit reluctant to get into the whole smartphone thing, and I'm well aware that the rest of the world is there, or it seems like it. I mean, almost everyone uses smartphones nowadays. It was a bit like a laptop, right up until 2012, I was still using a desktop computer. I was always, it's not that I'm anti technology, I fully utilize technology when I have it, but I'm always a little bit wary about what I can do. Maybe I don't have confidence, or maybe it's just bad experiences, stressful experiences with things not working and so on. It kind of gives me cold feet. But in the case of smartphones, there was a few things I always felt that I still feel they are kind of a fashion accessory. I feel that people just want the best, and they want, like, I mean, when I look at queues of people lining up for the latest smartphone Galaxy or whatever it might be. And I'm talking here pre-COVID, obviously, though COVID changed everything. But in normal circumstances, when you have all this hype over the latest iPad or iPhone or whatever, it goes over my head, to be quite honest. I freely admit that. I wouldn't say I'm a total technophobe. There's quite a lot of things I can do with no problems. I can add attachments. I can obviously upload YouTube videos. I can do scans. I can do a lot of things. But when it came to smartphones, I always just had a bit of cold feet. So I also had this big fear, and I still do, I must say, of getting into a contract and then kind of being in debt, because my younger sister had an issue with Vodafone whereby they claimed that she owed them money and she didn't. She ended her contract with them, and they kept sending her threatening letters. And I guess her experience kind of made me feel a bit uneasy about it. I remember when I was in China, I felt a little bit like the odd one out because everyone had really high-tech smartphones, or at least average smartphones, and mine was very basic. It's a little bit more than a mobile phone, but it is a very basic smartphone. And I've just got a new one, so I'll just introduce them. That's the phone I've been using for the past 3 years. I got this on eBay cheap because I made sure it was unlocked because I didn't want to get into a contract. Um, and I do pay as you go. Problem with that is it's expensive. Say I put £10 on this. If I make one phone call lasting 5 minutes, that will already eat up about £2 or £3. So it's just not cost effective. Also, this little phone, it's not always reliable. Sometimes the sound is off. It was second hand, so I suppose that comes with it. I mean, I can't complain. It was cheap. I think I got it for 30 or £40. So that's what comes with the territory. But it can take pictures, it can record messages, it can make phone calls, it can get texts. The internet is temperamental on it, very temperamental, and I rarely use it. So I don't really treat this like a smartphone. I treat it like a mobile phone. Now, I've got a new phone, and for once it feels like a proper smartphone. This is it. It's much bigger. It looks like the sort of thing that everyone else has. Um, In fact, a close friend of mine ordered this from Germany. She's Chinese, but she ordered it. She lives in Germany, and she just got it kind of as a present. So it's just arrived. I've kind of navigated my way around it. But anyway, I want to ask a few questions here for people in the know do, no more than I do. So this is an Android. You can see it there. It was new. I think it was £80, but it's a new model. It came all fresh and very well packed, I must say. And I was anxious it wouldn't even arrive because it was coming from Hangzhou or something like that in East China. But here it is. Um, but here's the thing. How does SIM card work? Now I know I'm going to sound completely elementary there, but I get that they sort of store data or something. But I switched the SIM card from this to this, and nothing really came up. So, what would be people's advice? Should I get a new SIM card? What sort of prices are SIM cards? And what does that do? Does that store data? Is it like a memory card on a camera? Um, that's my first question. Tell me about a SIM card. And second question, can anyone recommend a good contract that's quite straightforward? There's no loopholes, there's no hidden costs, and it's just straightforward. Like I pay a certain amount and then I get so many free minutes. Because that would be great. It's one of the reasons actually you know, I agreed to my friend getting me this. Um, and she's a lot more um informed about this sort of stuff than I am, but I don't want to keep disturbing her because she's busy these days. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm in the deep end, to be honest. And just a little bit of feedback on those questions. What would people, in very layman's terms, very simple terms, what is a SIM card? What does it do? And I know I open myself up now to ridicule, but my understanding is it stores data. It's like a little microchip that stores data. Is that correct? And secondly, I usually go for, I'm with EE on the current phone that I use, so I just get an EE top-up voucher. Could I do that on this as well? I mean, could I get a SIM card and then, I mean, what's the benefit of the SIM card? Is it have can I use this without a SIM card? That's what I don't quite understand is, I mean, as it stands, I don't even know what phone number this is. I don't know if I can, like, if I switch the SIM card from this to this, I guess it carries over the phone number. Or if I get a new SIM card, does that have a number with it? Or do I add the number to it? I have a lot of questions. So if anyone can give me as simple as possible, please, some of those things. What does the SIM card do? Can I keep the number that I have now and sort of transfer it over? And yeah, that would probably be my main question. Also, while I'm at it, there's a few sites that I just can't seem to um download now. Maybe this is more a question for my Chinese friends, but it just won't let me get onto them, and yet I don't think it's anything to do with space or compatibility because this is an Android, it's from China. Yeah, I can't seem to get on to WeChat. Anyone who's traveled around China will know that's widely used. And QQ International. I've already got an account with QQ International, but for some reason I can't seem to log in. Um, I know I'm not really given much information to be helpful here, but maybe people might have some ideas as to why that is. As far as I know, they haven't been banned in the West because of current sanctions. I want them to keep in touch with my Chinese friends. Um, I'm still navigating my way around this. Anyway, any information at all would be very welcome. Feedback, anything. Thank you.